Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today, we are going over my trades of the week, okay? 3 trades this week. Very low volume on my end. 2 days, didn't even place a trade, and I look at markets every single day, right? So, 2 break-even trades as well, then 1 win, and that 1 win is what ended up carrying me all the way. And what I kind of wanted to show you guys as well is that I ended up requesting a payout with Lucid and with Apex 2K each, and both of those ended up hitting the bank account. Lucid hit real fast. Apex took about a week for it to hit my account, but finally max payout with them as well. But that is besides the point. Weeks like this past week that we had, these are weeks that are going to make or break a trader. These are the weeks that you need to prove to yourself that you're actually going to become a good trader. You're actually going to adapt to market conditions. Market conditions were not the greatest, right? But I was still able to come out on top. Only 3 trades, 1 win, no losses, 2 break-evens. And it also shows you the very big importance of going break-even. Break-evens literally save your trades, guys, and you have to start going break-even and having break-evens, because I would have literally been 2 losses, 1 win this week, probably damn near about break-even anyways, right? But now I'm ahead because of these break-even trades. But first and foremost, I kind of wanted to hop on here and show you guys real quick my Lucid. So let me show you my Lucid real quick. Actually, no, I'm not going to show you my Lucid. I'm just going to show you guys in Discord real quick. So Discord's in the link in bio. I live trade every single day, but here is, obviously for absolute free, here is my 2K with Apex, obviously my name, 2K. Then we have, boom, Lucid. I literally requested this on live yesterday. So, yeah, if you guys want to see me take payouts live with you guys, you know, like I said, links in the bio, completely free, live trade every single day. You guys will see these trades in legitimate action. So, yeah, those are the 2 payouts there. I have a lot more loading in terms of funded accounts, so it's going to get crazy. I'm doing a series about road to 100K with funded accounts only, doing that on YouTube as well. So you guys can give that a check as well and check that out. But let's go right into these trade recaps of the day. I kind of wanted to show you guys, or of the week, sorry. Kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, mistakes and stuff like that happen. So first and foremost, we have Monday, okay? This trade is going to be the worst trade of the week that I've taken. Obviously, only 3, but this is definitely going to be number 3 on the spectrum here. I was overall calm. So what I was seeing here was that price took out 1 minute draw on liquidity. We respected a 1 minute fair value gap, inverse another one, entered off of some volume to high time frame draws on liquidity and high time frame fair value gap. Then we were just moving super slow. Overall went break even at the highs. They were created and very good trade, probably done until tomorrow. Already seeing progress from last week. So the very good thing about this trade was I started using a little bit of my discretion, kind of knowing what I've seen in the markets in the past and being able to react and have a break even that actually made sense, right? So coming into Monday, we were really choppy, right? But we were still making higher highs and higher lows. I was expecting us to break to the upside and start running up into our draws on liquidity, which were resting up here, high time frame draws on liquidity, right? So overall, what I saw was price came down into this fair value gap. Price comes back up and inverses a fair value, which is a gap right now. It didn't actually look like this on the chart. It was just glitched when I took the screenshot, but there was a fair value gap here. Waited for that after we took out, manipulated these lows, and I was looking for just kind of an extension higher, right? Now then, as you guys can tell, we kind of just chop. And once I see this chop through here, now I'm thinking volume starting to die out. Buyers are not really taking control, and I'm just going to wait for price to come back up into these highs, and if we end up rejecting, then I'm going break even. Just simple as that. Because if we do come back up here, we should continue to break higher if we want to run higher. If not, sellers are probably going to take control. And look exactly what happened. We come up, wick break even, stop me out break even, price dumps. Would have literally been absolutely cooked on this trade if I didn't see that, because outside of this break even, there was no break evens, right? And this was after my entry. So I was just kind of looking at volume, seeing what the buyers and sellers wanted to do, and overall moved my break even up here. We wicked into it and went out at break even. So overall, very good trade in terms of going break even. Setup wise, definitely probably should have just been a no trade day. We just see how low volume is the entire day, just barely making lower lows and lower highs on this 1 minute time frame. So nothing too crazy happened on Monday, but Tuesday, Did not take a trade. I was looking at markets. I was on my phone on the side of the fucking highway in a damn, what are those called? Like you just park there? Fuck! Why am I blanking so hard? Well, what are they called, bro? What are they called? Rest areas, right? Pulled off into a rest area. I'm sitting on my phone looking for a trade until like 11 o'clock. Keep in mind, I went to this rest area like an hour before market opened. So I was sitting there in the car with my sister because I had to go to my other sister's college to drop shit off to her. It was an hour and a half away, and I was like, holy fuck, how am I going to trade? So I pulled off to the side of the road, tried trading, and then overall, I just saw nothing. So very, very good no trade day on Tuesday. Now, this is Wednesday, right? NQ obviously calm. Overall, this is a very, very good trade, right? This is literally going to be an A+ setup here. So overall, we took out low resistance liquidity with an SMT and a fair value gap. It was a very good trade targeting relative equal lows and break even at low time frame lows. Overall, got stopped out at break even before running the TP. 2 break evens this week, but can't complain. Following all of my rules and have been extremely calm. A ton of progress in the last 2 weeks. So, as you guys can tell, like I've been extremely proud of myself of how well I've been trading and how patient I've been the last couple of weeks. It's just showing so much progress. My funded accounts are booming, and now I'm starting to really, really scale my funded account trading, and it's just kind of going insane right now. But that's besides the point. Okay, so you guys are going to see a lot of bullshit on my screen, but overall what we're looking at. So we have a fair value gap up here, okay? We have these highs up here. We have a fair value gap here, right? So overall, what are we doing at market open? Nothing much. We're just kind of ranging, coming up into this fair value gap, rejecting it. There's no entry through here. We come back up. We take out this low resistance draw. We take out these highs. We take out this fair value gap. Holy shit, look at all of these confluences in our direction, right? What are we looking for? A 1 minute inverse fair value gap. Boom, right there. What ends up happening? Boom, inverse fair value gap. Entry there. What is the most obvious break even at this point is right here, since I'm targeting relative equal lows, okay? So overall, what I wanted to tell you guys, there's 2 different ways you could have really gone about this trade, right? So me knowing that the market has been really choppy the past couple of days, I'm just going for a simple base hit, okay? But what I was debating on doing is going stop loss above these highs with break even at relative equal lows, and then TP down here. Now, if that was the case, this would have ended up hitting for a higher risk to reward, but I was going for a base hit trade. Might as well just go break even, what makes the most sense, rather than not having a break even and potentially getting stopped out, right? So, or almost getting stopped out, obviously. So overall, that's what I was looking for, was just kind of this base hit trade, and we just kind of chopped. And honestly, when we were down here, I thought we were just going to keep running the TP there, but we just had a random reversal because we were low-key wicking in this huge consolidation before finally breaking out. So it really is what it is. This was still a very textbook setup. Very textbook, very A+. It just so happened to be, a break-even trade. I was not pissed about it at all. I just moved on to the next day. And this is what happens when you don't get pissed and you just move on to the next day. Because guess what? The next day, NQ, very calm, very textbook trade. Overall, manipulating lower off market open, 1 minute inverse fair value gap. Wanted the 5 minute inverse fair value gap due to the 1 minute closing a ton above. 5 minute close ended up being at the same level. Enter off of that, simply targeting low resistance resting above, rejecting off of 1 hour fair value gap, manipulating lower, distributing higher, solid trade, all around A+ base hit setup. And this is all I literally needed this week, right? So 1 to 1.3 base hit trade. I'm up 2K across I think 4 or 5 accounts. So very base hit trade, very fucking good. So overall, what do we see here, guys? Holy shit. What do we see here? We have a lot of low resistance draws on liquidity. We have a 1 hour sitting here too. So you could have targeted this 1 hour if you wanted to. I'm just getting my base hit. Like I told you guys last trade, I'm just getting my base hit. Who gives a fuck? We know what type of market we're in. We're just going for base hits here. So overall, what we see, market comes down. This is a 1 hour fair value gap. Okay, so we're coming down into this 1 hour fair value gap. We're kind of moving sideways. We remanipulate this 1 minute draw on liquidity. Then we start moving back up. Here is a fair value gap right here, which is also on the 3 minute, the 5 minute. I see the 1 minute get inverse. Okay, I didn't enter right off of that because I didn't like how displacing it was, right? So I noticed that I'm gonna go on the highest time frame fair value gap, inverse fair value gap. 5 minute, boom. The minute the 5 minute close, this is about where it was. Still inverse, took that trade. Stop loss simply below here, which is actually on the 5 minute. If I went on the 5 minute time frame, it's below the 5 minute candle. So that's where my stop loss was. Then overall, it was extra good because it was also below this fair value or inverse fair value gap. So we were kind of protected. These lows should not get retapped into unless we want to drop, right? So this is a really good stop loss placement and simply targeting this second low resistance draw on liquidity, right? When we have these stacked draws on liquidity, super easy targets, super fucking easy targets. Now I went break even at this 2 minute, right? So we had a 2 minute inverse or 2 minute fair value gap. Once we broke through this 2 minute, I went break even because there should be absolutely no way we just reverse off of that, right? Like I was telling my Discord when I was live trading, was that this 2 minute should not be worrying us at all. Like, we're not going to sit here and not take this trade because there's a 2 minute resting above. No one gives a fuck. This 2 minutes probably going to get ran right through, as it did. Later on in the day, we kind of chopped a little bit more, but then later on ended up taking out that 1 hour draw on or 1 hour fair value gap. So overall, very great way to end the week on a Thursday, right? Like I said, today did not take any trades. And overall, this is exactly how you become a better trader, is being able to sit on your hands during certain conditions, knowing when to attack, knowing when to defend. This week was a very defensive week, but still up on the week. So I'm not complaining at all. In fact, I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely proud of myself, taking really good setups, going break even when I need to, and capitalizing when I need to, right? What else can you possibly ask for in this niche? What else can you possibly ask for when you are day trading full time? It's just to act normally, bro. Stop letting break evens affect you. Stop letting missed trades affect you. Stop letting stop losses affect you. Stop. Just fucking stop, bro. Okay? Now let me show you guys today. All right, I was about to have such a good trade again today, but it is what it is, okay? So overall, market opens, right? And we just dump right off of market open. So at this point, we're looking for continuations lower because we have, 30 minutes down here, and then we have really big draws on liquidity even lower, okay? So overall, that's what I'm looking for, is just continuations at this point. Now, we know we have this fair value gap sitting here, right? But we need more confirmation. So if we go down to this 2 minute, we're kind of bouncing in between fair value gaps. So we had a fair value gap here. We had a fair value gap resting down here on the higher time frames, right? I was expecting us to continue dropping. Overall, tapped into that, right? Look how perfect of a setup this is. We have a 2 minute inverse right here. But, of course, we have to displace like crazy because overall, I wasn't even targeting down here. I was targeting about right here, right? So we displaced pretty much all the way there, bro. But if we just simply inverse this would have been such a good trade to just simply catch a continuation down into this draw for a quick little base hit, 1-to-1 continuation. Would have been such a beautiful trade, but sometimes it just so happens to be that price just completely flushes and doesn't give a fuck, right? And that just is what it is, right? I could have continued to follow trades, right? Like there was more shorts right here, right through here. We had a 5 minute fair value gap through here. We had 1 minute draw on liquidity right there. And then we had, probably a inverse fair value gap if I had to guess, and there it is, right? Very simple inverse fair value gap here, boom, flush. It's like fuck. There was another trade right there, but guess what? I hopped off the markets once we started seeing this shit. Once we started seeing this shit, I'm like, okay, I'm done. My brain is done. I'm just done. I'm taking my win on the week, and I'm done. I'm not going to try to force anything else. I missed my really good setup here. Well, didn't even miss it. My entry just simply flew through where I wanted to enter. So, I mean, it is what it is. We just move on to next fucking week. I would rather move on to next week than try to force some bullshit-ass trade and just get absolutely screwed, right? So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up calling it a week. So very, very good week. I'm super proud of myself. I'm making so much fucking progress. And, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, like I'm already here. Like, holy shit. And then just get absolutely demolished in the next couple weeks. Fuck no. That's not how we do shit around here. We continue to push. We continue to act smart. We continue to take good trades. Only good setups. No more fucking bad setups. I'm copy trading way too many accounts to be making mistakes, right? And dumbass mistakes that I can control. So only good setups. We're being very picky, and that's just how we are around here, right? We're just going to continue taking good setups, not making excuses, and making fucking bread while we're at it. So, yeah, I'm slowly scaling up my funded accounts, slowly scaling up evals. So it's going to get really spicy in here as I get even more allocation to my name because, I was already able to pull 4K the last 2 weeks, so off of 2 separate accounts. So, I have about 4 more accounts that are 2K in profit, right? So I have 4 more accounts and 2K in profit. I'm trying to get all of those max allocation or max payout, which is 4K on each. So I'm about almost there, right? And if I can complete that by the end of the month, that means I'm gonna have about a 12K month just off of funded accounts just this month. So it's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really close. I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself, but it's gonna be really close. But, you know, I'll hit that 10K month with funded accounts before you know it. I'm not going to try to force it and be like, oh, I have to get this 10K month this month. I have to. I only have a couple of days. Like, no. Fuck that, right? I'm going to continue sticking to what I know best, and the 10K month will come because I'm still stacking accounts. Just get ready until I have a max payout across 10 fucking accounts at once. Okay? Stop being a pussy. Okay? That's what trading takes. You just got to stop being a pussy, bro. You have to take the risk. You already took the risk on being able to be a day trader. You already took that risk. So why are you being a pussy while taking a risk? That doesn't even go together. Take the fucking risk. Be as best as you fucking can at this skill. And only do what you can do, right? Only do what you can control. Risk management, no revenge trading, just simply sticking to good setups. This shit is boring as fuck. It's boring as fuck. But that is what pays your bills. I'll see you guys in the next video.